the solid waste levy imposed by the government. Pay the levy, it's a token fee to keep our country decent. $25 a month, you say give you stress, but that is nothing to clean up we mess. Be a good citizen of our Queen City, go water department and pay the levy. Pay the levy, salute all them men who clean up our garbage. Pay the levy, they sacrifice their time to clean up where we live. You say you're only paying water in water bill, but you might just end up like Jack and Jill. The first $25 go to the levy, and you don't realize you owe for the water still.
Good evening, viewers, and welcome to another edition of Sweep. This program is hosted and coordinated by the Nevis Solid Waste Management Authority in collaboration with Nevis Television. Well, this week we'll be talking about dengue fever. Some Caribbean countries have several cases, well, in some cases, many cases of dengue fever at this moment. And we're going to talk about dengue fever and the little insect that is the problem causer. We'll be focusing on that in a wee bit. There is currently a dengue fever alert throughout the Caribbean. And this is one matter that ought not to be taken lightly. For one, dengue fever can lead to death. For two, the carrier or the agent is right here on our beautiful island. Let's talk a little about dengue fever. Dengue is a viral infection caused by the dengue virus, dengue, transmitted to humans through the bite of infected mosquitoes. About half of the world's population is now at risk of dengue, with an estimated 100 to 400 million infections occurring each year. Dengue is found in tropical and subtropical climates worldwide, mostly in urban and semi-urban areas. While many dengue infections are asymptomatic or produce only mild illness, dengue can occasionally cause more severe cases and even death. Prevention and control of dengue depends on vector control. There is no specific treatment for dengue/severe dengue, and early detection and access to proper medical care greatly lower fatality rates of several dengue. Dengue, or break-bone fever as it is called, is a viral infection that spreads from mosquitoes to people. It is more common in tropical and subtropical climates. Most people who get dengue won't have symptoms, but for those that do, the most common symptoms are high fever, headache, body aches, nausea, and rash. Most will also get better in 1 to 2 weeks. Some people develop severe dengue and need care in a hospital. In severe cases, dengue can be fatal. You can lower your risk of dengue by avoiding mosquito bites, especially during the day. Dengue is treated with pain medicine as there is no specific treatment currently. Symptoms. Most people with dengue have mild or no symptoms and will get better in 1 to 2 weeks. Really, dengue can be severe and lead to death. If symptoms occur, they usually begin 4 to 10 days after infection and last for 2 to 7 days. Symptoms may include high fever, severe headache, pain behind the eyes, muscle and joint pains, nausea, vomiting, and by the way, let's differentiate between nausea and vomiting. Nausea is the feeling you have as if you want to vomit but you don't vomit, and then vomiting, of course, is when you actually vomit. Swollen glands and rash. Individuals who are infected for the second time are at a greater risk of severe dengue. Severe dengue symptoms often come after the fever has gone away. Severe abdominal pain, persistent vomiting, rapid breathing, bleeding gums or nose, fatigue, restlessness, blood in your vomit or stool, being very thirsty, pale and cold skin, feeling weak. People with these severe symptoms should get care right away. After recovery, people who have had dengue may feel tired for several weeks. Here's a recent story coming out of Jamaica. Health officials in Jamaica have declared an outbreak of the dengue fever Saturday, with at least 565 suspected, presumed and confirmed cases in the Caribbean nation. Jamaica's Ministry of Health and Wellness says the outbreak comes as its National Surveillance Unit advised that Jamaica has surpassed the dengue epidemic threshold for July and August and is on a trajectory to do the same for the month of September. The dominant strain is dengue type 2, which last predominated in 2010. It said there are no dengue-related deaths classified at this time. However, 6 deaths are being investigated. Well, what about Martinique? Faced with the increase in the number of dengue fever cases in the West Indies, Martinique and Guadeloupe have entered the epidemic phase since August 17, 2023, according to Public Health France. In Martinique, the spread of the dengue virus is intensifying throughout the territory, and hospital indicators, in particular visits to the emergency room for dengue syndrome, are increasing. Currently, over 200 cases have been confirmed. Other figures indicate Haiti, 3,316 cases, Honduras, 22,929 cases with 8 deaths. Now, who is the real culprit? The carrier is that little tiny mosquito known as the Aedes aegypti mosquito, commonly found in and around our homes, which have the potential to transmit several viruses, including the Zika virus, dengue fever virus, chikungunya, and yellow fever. These mosquitoes are black in color with white bands on their legs and breed in clear, stagnant water. For example, vases with flowers, drums, buckets, coppers, etc. However, from a solid waste point of view, they would breed in water collected in bottles, coconut shells, cans, etc., which have not been properly disposed of. About 3 days after feeding on blood, the mosquito lays her eggs inside a container just above the water line. Eggs are laid over a period of several days and are very resistant and can survive for periods of 6 or more months. From the eggs, we get the larvae, or what we call the wrigglers. They feed upon small aquatic organisms, algae, and particles of plant and animal material in the water-filled containers. The entire immature or aquatic cycle from egg to adult can occur in as little as 7 to 8 days, normally about 9 days. So, from the egg to the larvae or the wrigglers, about 3 days. From the larvae to what is called the pupa or the pupae, which is the big blobhead ones, that's another 3 days or so. And then from the pupa to the adult mosquito, another 3 days, so just about 9 days. The lifespan for adult mosquitoes is about 3 weeks. Egg production sites are within or in close proximity to households. So how can we prevent the spread of dengue fever? The immediate answer is get rid of the mosquitoes. So change the water in your vases frequently. Wash the plants or flowers thoroughly and the container before placing fresh water in the vase. Cover drums of water. Use fresh water fish in your drum or coppers. They eat the eggs and the larvae or the wrigglers and the pupa. And dispose of your garbage properly. That's where I'll stop for today. But take this seriously. Dengue fever is not a disease to play with. Well, we sincerely hope that you'll do your part in making sure that dengue fever doesn't become a part of our society. I'm Curtis Morton on behalf of the Nevis Solid Waste Management Authority, wishing you a wonderful evening.
Pay the levy, the solid waste levy imposed by the government. Pay the levy, it's a token fee to keep our country decent. $25 a month, you say give you stress, but that is nothing to clean up we mess. Be a good citizen of our Queen City, go water department and pay the levy. Pay the levy, salute all them men who clean up our garbage. Pay the levy, the sacrifice their time to clean up where we live. You say you're only paying water in water bill, but you might just end up like Jack and Jill. The first $25 go to the levy, and you don't realize you owe for the water still.